Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something important. You've been giving too much of your time, too much of your energy, and too much of your focus to everything and everyone except the person who truly deserves it, you. We live in a world that loves to distract us. Social media tells us who to be. The world around us shouts what we're lacking. And people pull us in every direction, expecting us to solve their problems. But here's the truth: you cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't give your best to the world until you've given your best to yourself. Your dreams are not a luxury, they are a responsibility. So often we treat our goals like optional side projects, something we'll get to one day when the time is right, when the stars align, or when life feels less chaotic. But here's the reality: that day will never come unless you decide it will. The world is full of demands: work, family, friends, obligations, but none of those things can fulfill the purpose that was uniquely placed within you. Your goals, your vision, your purpose, those are yours alone. And if you don't prioritize them, no one else will. The problem is, too many people spend their lives waiting for permission. We wait for others to tell us it's okay to chase our dreams. We wait for approval, for validation, or for someone to say, now's the time. But let me tell you something: no one is coming to tell you that. No one is going to clear the path for you. That's your job. You don't need anyone's permission to pursue what's in your heart. The only person who can give you that green light is you. Think about how much time we spend saying yes to things that don't align with our goals. We say yes to endless obligations, yes to activities we don't enjoy, yes to people who drain our energy, and then we wonder why we feel stuck. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve your purpose, you're saying no to yourself. You're saying no to your dreams. And let's be clear, your time is not infinite. Every hour you spend doing something meaningless is an hour you can't get back. That's why it's so crucial to protect your time and energy like they are the most valuable things you have, because they are. Now, this doesn't mean neglecting your responsibilities or ignoring the people who matter in your life, but it does mean learning to set boundaries. It means having the courage to say, I can't help with that right now, or I need to focus on this. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. People might not understand. But the truth is, the people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries. And those who don't were never really in your corner to begin with. When you prioritize your goals, something amazing happens. You begin to align your life with your true purpose. You start to feel a sense of direction, a sense of clarity. It's like stepping out of a fog and finally seeing where you're going. But that alignment doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you make a deliberate choice to focus on what matters most. So ask yourself, what is it that truly matters to you? What is the thing that sets your soul on fire, that makes you come alive? What is the dream you've been pushing aside because you're too busy, too tired, or too afraid? Whatever that thing is, it's time to bring it to the forefront of your life. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need a perfect plan or every answer in place. All you need is the willingness to take one small step in the direction of your dream. Maybe that means waking up an hour earlier to work on your passion project. Maybe it means saying no to an extra commitment so you can spend time strategizing your next move. Maybe it means simply believing in yourself enough to try. Whatever it looks like for you, take that step. Because every great accomplishment starts with one small action. And here's the thing about focusing on your goals: it's not just about achieving something tangible. It's about becoming the person you were meant to be. It's about growing, evolving, and stepping into your potential. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable of so much more than you thought. And once you start prioritizing your dreams, you'll notice a shift, not just in what you accomplish, but in how you see yourself. You'll realize that you are worthy of the life you've always envisioned. But none of this will happen if you keep putting your goals on the back burner. None of it will happen if you continue waiting for the right time. The right time is now. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are ready. You've been ready. All you need to do is decide that your dreams are worth fighting for, that your goals are worth the effort, and that your life is worth living fully. So let me ask you again, are you prioritizing your goals, or are you letting them collect dust while you focus on everything else? If the answer is the latter, it's time to make a change. It's time to stop making excuses and start making progress. Because the truth is, no one else can do this for you. Your dreams are your responsibility, and the world is waiting to see what you're capable of. Stop waiting. Start doing. Your future self will thank you. The world we live in is filled with distractions, pulling us in every direction and demanding our attention. Everywhere you turn, there's something competing for your focus. Notifications on your phone, the endless scroll of social media, constant emails, breaking news, and even the opinions of others, all of these can keep you from focusing on what truly matters. But if you want to make real progress, if you want to achieve your goals and live the life you've envisioned, you have to eliminate distractions. You have to take control of your attention, because your attention is your power. Distractions are subtle. They don't always announce themselves as problems. Sometimes they come disguised as something harmless, checking your phone for just a minute, watching one more episode of that show, or saying yes to something you don't really have time for. But those small, seemingly insignificant distractions add up. 1 minute becomes an hour, one episode turns into a whole season, and before you know it, days, weeks, or even years have passed without you making progress on the things that matter most to you. Here's the truth: distractions are not just thieves of time, they're thieves of focus, energy, and creativity. Every time you allow yourself to be pulled away from your priorities, you lose momentum, and momentum is everything. It's what drives you forward, what helps you stay consistent, and what makes difficult tasks feel easier over time. When distractions disrupt your momentum, it becomes harder and harder to get back on track. It's like trying to push a heavy boulder uphill. You can make progress if you stay consistent, but if you stop to deal with distractions, the boulder rolls backward and you have to start all over again. The first step to eliminating distractions is awareness. You need to identify what's pulling you away from your goals. Take an honest look at how you're spending your time. Are you constantly checking your phone? Do you spend hours scrolling through social media or watching videos? Are you saying yes to things that don't align with your priorities? Once you identify your distractions, you can begin to take steps to remove them from your life. Start by setting boundaries with your time and energy. If your phone is a major source of distraction, put it away when you're working on something important. Turn off unnecessary notifications, or better yet, set designated times to check your messages and emails. The constant pings and alerts may seem harmless, but they pull your attention away from what you're doing and break your focus. You don't need to be available to everyone at every moment. Protect your time like it's the most valuable resource you have, because it is. Another major source of distraction is the opinions of others. Too often we get caught up in worrying about what people think or seeking their approval. We let their voices drown out our own inner guidance. But here's the truth: you don't owe anyone an explanation for pursuing your dreams. You don't need validation from others to do what you know is right for you. The moment you stop letting other people's opinions dictate your actions, you reclaim your focus and your freedom. Distractions can also come in the form of overcommitment. We say yes to too many things, thinking we can juggle it all, but all we end up doing is spreading ourselves too thin. When you try to do everything, you end up doing nothing well. You need to learn the power of saying no. Saying no is not selfish, it's necessary. Every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying yes to your dreams. You're saying yes to your purpose. Another strategy to eliminate distractions is to create an environment that supports your focus. Your environment has a powerful impact on your ability to concentrate. If your workspace is cluttered, your mind will feel cluttered too. Take the time to organize your space, remove anything that doesn't serve your purpose, and create a space that inspires and motivates you. If possible, set aside a dedicated area where you can work on your goals without interruptions. Time management is another critical piece of eliminating distractions. Plan your day with intention. Set specific blocks of time for focused work and stick to them. During these blocks, commit to working on one thing and one thing only. Multitasking is a myth. It divides your attention and reduces your effectiveness. Instead, practice single tasking. Give your full attention to the task at hand, and you'll find that you can accomplish more in less time. It's also important to prioritize your mental focus. Distractions don't just come from external sources, they also come from within. Negative thoughts, self-doubt, and anxiety can pull you away from your goals just as much as any external distraction. Practice mindfulness to stay present and centered. When you notice your mind wandering, gently bring it back to the present moment and the task at hand. Eliminating distractions isn't always easy, especially in a world that's designed to keep you distracted. But it's necessary if you want to live a focused, purposeful life. It's about taking back control of your time, your energy, and your attention. It's about creating space for what truly matters and letting go of everything that doesn't. Every time you eliminate a distraction, you're making a choice to prioritize your dreams. You're making a choice to focus on your purpose. And in the end, that's what will separate those who achieve their goals from those who don't. The power to focus is in your hands. Use it wisely. Investing in yourself is the greatest gift you can give to your future. Too many people go through life putting everything and everyone else first while neglecting their own growth. They spend their energy on tasks that don't lead to progress, on relationships that don't inspire them, and on routines that keep them stuck in the same place. But here's the truth: you are your most valuable asset. Your mind, your body, your skills, and your potential are the foundation of everything you can achieve. If you want to create a better future, you must be willing to invest in yourself. Think about this: every skill you develop, every habit you cultivate, and every bit of knowledge you gain becomes part of the person you are building. Growth doesn't happen by accident, it happens by design. It requires intentional effort, consistent practice, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. You can't hope to achieve new heights if you keep relying on the same version of yourself. You have to become better, sharper, and stronger than you were yesterday. Start with your mind. Your mind is your greatest tool, yet so many people take it for granted. They fill their days with meaningless distractions, consuming information that adds no value to their lives. But your mind is like a garden. What you plant is what will grow. Feed it with knowledge, with inspiration, with ideas that challenge and expand your thinking. Read books that push your boundaries. Listen to podcasts or watch lectures that ignite curiosity and teach you something new. Learn a skill you've always been curious about. The more you invest in expanding your mind, the more capable you become of navigating the challenges that life throws at you. And it's not just about consuming information, it's about applying it. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. When you learn something new, ask yourself, how can I use this in my life? Whether it's a new strategy for work, a mindset shift, or a skill that improves your daily routine, put it into practice. Growth comes from doing, not just knowing. Next, focus on your body. Your physical health is the foundation of your energy, focus, and resilience. Without it, even the best ideas or most ambitious plans will struggle to succeed. Yet, how often do we neglect our health in the name of being too busy? The truth is, taking care of your body is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Exercise regularly, not just to look good, but to feel strong and capable. Fuel your body with food that nourishes you, not drains you. Get enough sleep, because rest is where your body and mind recover and grow. When you invest in your physical health, you're not just improving how you feel, you're increasing your ability to show up fully in every area of your life. Another way to invest in yourself is by cultivating the right habits. Your habits shape your life, whether you realize it or not. Small, consistent actions repeated daily have the power to create massive results over time. But the opposite is also true. Bad habits, even small ones, can hold you back and keep you stuck. Take a close look at your daily routines. Are they moving you closer to your goals, or are they keeping you in the same place? If you want to grow, you need to replace the habits that no longer serve you with ones that do. Start small, one habit at a time, and stay consistent. Over time, these small changes will add up to a transformed life. Your environment is another critical area to invest in. Surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and support you. Your environment includes not only the physical spaces you spend your time in, but also the relationships you keep. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity or people who drain your energy, it's going to be much harder to grow. Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that align with your vision for the future. Learn from those who have walked the path before you and be open to their guidance. At the same time, distance yourself from toxic influences that hold you back or make you doubt your potential. You can't grow in a garden overrun with weeds. Investing in yourself also means setting aside time for reflection. Growth isn't just about pushing forward, it's also about looking inward. Take time to pause and ask yourself the hard questions: what's working in my life? What isn't? What do I need to change? Reflection gives you clarity, and clarity allows you to make better decisions. Without it, you risk going through life on autopilot, repeating the same patterns over and over again. Make self-reflection a regular practice, whether through journaling, meditation, or simply taking a quiet walk. The more you understand yourself, the better equipped you'll be to create the life you want. Finally, recognize that investing in yourself requires patience. Growth is not instant. It's not a quick fix or a one-time effort. It's a lifelong commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments when it feels like you're not making progress. But don't let those moments discourage you. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step forward. Trust the process and trust yourself. When you invest in your mind, your body, your habits, your environment, and your reflection, you're not just improving your life, you're building the foundation for everything you want to achieve. You are your greatest asset, and the returns on that investment are limitless. Time management is one of the most powerful tools you can use to shape your life, yet so many people overlook it or feel overwhelmed by it. The reality is that time is the one thing you can never get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And while you can't control how much time you have, you can control how you use it. Proper time management isn't just about creating a schedule. It's about being intentional with your time and using it to align with your priorities and goals. In a world full of distractions, managing your time effectively requires a proactive approach. You need to take control of your schedule rather than letting your schedule control you. It starts by recognizing that time is not an infinite resource. Every moment spent on something that doesn't align with your purpose or bring you closer to your dreams is a moment you can't get back. This realization is the first step in mastering time management. When you understand that time is precious, you begin to treat it with the respect it deserves. The first principle of good time management is setting clear goals. Without a goal, it's easy to drift through your day without accomplishing anything meaningful. Goals provide direction and purpose. They give your time a reason to be used. Without goals, you might find yourself spending hours on things that feel productive but are ultimately meaningless. Setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals, SMART goals, is a great way to focus your energy and make the most of your time. But it's not enough just to set goals. You have to break them down into manageable tasks. The big picture can feel overwhelming, so breaking it down into smaller, more manageable steps makes it easier to stay on track and maintain momentum. Once you have your goals in place, it's time to prioritize. Not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks are essential to your progress, while others are simply distractions or busy work. To manage your time effectively, you need to identify which tasks are truly important and which ones can be delegated, delayed, or eliminated. The Eisenhower matrix is a useful tool here. Categorize tasks into 4 quadrants: important and urgent, important but not urgent, urgent but not urgent, but not important, and neither urgent nor important. This helps you focus your energy on what truly matters while minimizing time spent on less impactful activities. A huge part of managing your time effectively is learning how to say no. It's easy to get caught up in saying yes to every request or invitation that comes your way. But the reality is, every yes you say to someone else is a no to yourself and your goals. When you say yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities, you're sacrificing valuable time that could be spent working towards your dreams. Saying no is an essential skill in time management. It's not about being selfish. It's about being strategic. Learn to say no to the things that don't serve your purpose and say yes only to the things that bring you closer to your vision. Another critical aspect of time management is creating a daily routine. A well-structured routine helps you stay organized and focused, reducing the mental energy needed to figure out what to do next. When you have a routine, you eliminate decision fatigue, which often leads to procrastination. Your brain doesn't have to waste time thinking about what's next. You already know. This consistency frees up mental space for you to focus on the tasks at hand, increasing your productivity and reducing stress. Of course, routines should be flexible enough to account for changes, but having a basic structure in place helps you maintain control over your day. In addition to creating a routine, it's important to make time for breaks and rest. Many people make the mistake of thinking that the harder they work, the more they'll achieve. But in reality, working nonstop can lead to burnout and decreased productivity. Taking breaks and allowing yourself time to rest is just as important as the work itself. Studies show that taking regular breaks can improve focus, creativity, and overall performance. Your brain needs time to recharge in order to function at its best. So don't be afraid to step away for a while, whether it's taking a walk, reading, meditating, or simply relaxing. When you return to your work, you'll find that you're able to focus more deeply and accomplish more in less time. Time management also involves being mindful of how you spend your energy. It's not just about filling every minute of your day with tasks, but about using your energy efficiently. Some tasks require a lot of mental energy, while others are more routine and can be done without much thought. By understanding when you're most productive during the day, you can tackle the most important or mentally demanding tasks during those peak periods. For many people, this is in the morning, but it varies for everyone. Pay attention to your own energy patterns and plan your most important tasks for when you're feeling your best. Use the quieter, less demanding parts of your day for routine tasks or to recharge. Another tool for managing your time is learning to batch similar tasks together. This technique helps you avoid constant switching between different activities, which can be mentally draining and time-consuming. Instead, set aside dedicated blocks of time to complete specific types of tasks. For example, you might designate a certain time each day for checking and responding to emails, another block for working on a project, and another for meetings. Batching tasks allows you to stay focused and complete more in less time, as you're not constantly switching gears. One of the most important things in time management is tracking your progress. As you work through your tasks and goals, regularly evaluate how you're spending your time. Are there areas where you're getting off track? Are there things you could be doing more efficiently? Tracking your time allows you to identify patterns and areas for improvement. It also helps you stay accountable to yourself and your goals. When you see the progress you're making, it can be incredibly motivating and give you the confidence to keep going. Effective time management is not just about fitting more tasks into your day, it's about making sure the tasks you do fit with your long-term vision and values. By managing your time intentionally, you create space for what truly matters while eliminating distractions and unimportant tasks. Time is precious, and how you use it will ultimately determine your success and fulfillment. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world and navigate life. It affects how you perceive challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle often boils down to the way they think. A growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort, learning, and perseverance, can propel you towards success, while a fixed mindset, the belief that your abilities are static and unchangeable, can keep you stuck in a cycle of limitation. To achieve your goals, to grow, and to become the best version of yourself, you must cultivate a mindset that fosters resilience, learning, and personal development. A growth mindset is essential because life will inevitably present obstacles. No matter how talented or skilled you are, setbacks are a natural part of the journey. It's how you respond to those setbacks that will determine your future success. People with a growth mindset view failure as a lesson, not as a reflection of their abilities. They don't take setbacks personally. Instead, they see them as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. When you believe that failure is just a stepping stone on the path to success, you are more likely to keep pushing forward, even when things get tough. On the other hand, a fixed mindset often leads to self-doubt and avoidance. People with a fixed mindset are afraid to fail because they see failure as a sign of inadequacy. They may give up when faced with challenges because they believe their abilities are limited and can't be changed. This fear of failure can lead to missed opportunities, a lack of progress, and an inability to grow. To break free from this cycle, you must actively work to change the way you think about failure. Instead of seeing it as something to avoid, start viewing it as an essential part of your growth. Embrace the idea that mistakes are not personal shortcomings, but necessary steps in the process of learning. One of the most powerful ways to shift your mindset is to replace the language you use with language that promotes growth and resilience. The words you use shape your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your actions. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, you will reinforce the belief that you are incapable. But if you tell yourself, I can learn how to do this, or I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it, you begin to shift your focus from limitation to possibility. Changing your language helps change your perspective, which in turn empowers you to take the actions necessary for growth. In addition to language, another way to develop a growth mindset is to seek challenges rather than avoid them. People with a fixed mindset tend to shy away from tasks that may expose their weaknesses or lead to failure, but people with a growth mindset actively seek out challenges. They understand that challenges are opportunities to stretch their abilities and build new skills. When you embrace challenges, you put yourself in a position to learn and grow, even if it means stepping outside your comfort zone. It's in the discomfort of tackling something difficult that you often experience the greatest breakthroughs. So instead of avoiding the hard tasks, start seeking them out. Push yourself to try new things, even if you don't feel fully prepared. In doing so, you'll gain confidence and expand your capabilities. Resilience is a key element of a growth mindset. Life can be unpredictable, and no matter how much preparation you do, things won't always go according to plan. When faced with adversity, people with a growth mindset tend to be more resilient because they view challenges as temporary and solvable. They don't let setbacks define them or stop them from continuing their journey. Instead, they adapt, adjust, and find new solutions. Developing resilience involves learning to bounce back from disappointment, failure, or hardship with the understanding that these experiences are part of the learning process. It's about cultivating the mental toughness to keep going even when things get difficult. The more resilient you become, the more you build the foundation for long-term success. Another aspect of mindset that plays a huge role in success is the ability to embrace feedback. People with a growth mindset seek constructive criticism and use it as a tool for improvement. They don't take feedback personally, but see it as valuable input for their development. On the other hand, people with a fixed mindset may view feedback as an attack on their abilities, making it difficult for them to grow or learn from their mistakes. To cultivate a growth mindset, you must be willing to receive feedback and use it to improve. Instead of becoming defensive or discouraged, approach feedback with an open mind and a willingness to learn. It's also important to recognize that a growth mindset involves the belief that effort leads to improvement. It's easy to assume that people who are successful are naturally talented or gifted, but the reality is that talent is often overrated. Most successful people achieve their success because they consistently put in the effort. Effort is the key to development and growth. If you believe that your efforts will pay off, you are more likely to stay committed to your goals even when progress is slow. The more effort you put into developing your skills, the more you will see improvement over time. The process of continuous effort builds not only your abilities, but also your character. In addition to effort, patience is also a crucial part of cultivating a growth mindset. Change and growth take time. You won't develop a new skill or reach a new level of achievement overnight. But if you trust the process and keep putting in the work, you will see progress. People with a growth mindset understand that success is a journey, not a destination. They are willing to invest the time and energy required to achieve their goals, knowing that the rewards will come through consistent effort over time. Ultimately, developing a growth mindset is about shifting the way you approach life. It's about choosing to see challenges as opportunities, failure as feedback, and effort as the path to success. It's about believing that you have the ability to learn, grow, and achieve whatever you set your mind to. When you adopt a growth mindset, you open yourself up to limitless possibilities. You stop limiting your potential and start seeing opportunities everywhere. This shift in perspective doesn't just affect how you approach your goals, it changes the way you see yourself and the world around you. By cultivating a growth mindset, you set yourself up for a future of continuous growth, learning, and success. Your environment plays a crucial role in shaping who you are and who you can become. It's easy to overlook the power of your surroundings, but the truth is that the people, places, and experiences you expose yourself to influence your mindset, energy, and actions. The environment you create for yourself, both physical and social, can either propel you toward your goals or hold you back. If you want to grow, you must carefully curate an environment that supports and nurtures your progress. One of the most important aspects of your environment is the people you surround yourself with. Your relationships are a powerful force in your life, and the people you interact with regularly can either lift you up or drag you down. Think about the people in your inner circle. Are they supportive of your dreams and aspirations, or do they discourage you or question your abilities? The truth is that you tend to become like the people you spend the most time with. If you're surrounded by individuals who are positive, driven, and supportive, their energy will rub off on you. But if you're surrounded by negativity, doubt, and pessimism, it's easy to start adopting those same attitudes. This doesn't mean you should cut ties with everyone who doesn't align with your goals, but it does mean that you should be intentional about who you allow to influence your mindset. Seek out people who challenge you to be better, who inspire you to take action, and who support you when you need it most. These people might be mentors, coaches, friends, or colleagues who share your values and push you to reach higher. On the flip side, you may need to distance yourself from individuals who consistently bring you down or make you doubt yourself. It's not about being harsh, but about protecting your peace and energy. The energy you allow into your life will have a significant impact on how you think and feel, so it's important to be selective about the company you keep. Another element of your environment that affects your success is your physical space. Your surroundings can either boost your productivity and creativity or create distractions that hinder your progress. If you work in a cluttered, chaotic space, it's much harder to focus and be efficient. On the other hand, if you create a space that is clean, organized, and inspiring, it becomes easier to stay focused and motivated. Take a look at your environment and ask yourself whether it reflects your goals. Is your workspace set up to encourage productivity? Or is it full of distractions? Is it a space that inspires creativity? Or does it leave you feeling drained and unmotivated? Creating a positive physical environment is more than just cleaning up your desk. It's about organizing your space in a way that allows you to work effectively and feel good while doing it. Make sure your space is free from distractions, clutter, and negativity. Invest in tools, furniture, or decor that inspire you and make you feel energized. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals and achievements, whether it's through vision boards, inspirational quotes, or items that hold personal significance. Your environment should be a reflection of your aspirations, a place where you feel motivated and empowered to do your best work. Beyond your immediate physical space, the broader environment in which you live also impacts your success. This includes your community, the culture around you, and the opportunities available to you. Are you living in an environment that fosters growth, learning, and opportunity, or are you surrounded by stagnation? If you're in an environment where people are content to stay in the same place, it can be easy to fall into the trap of complacency. But if you're surrounded by a culture of progress, ambition, and success, it becomes much easier to stay focused and motivated. Consider the broader context of your environment. Are there resources available to help you grow? Are there educational opportunities, networking events, or communities that can support your development? If not, you may need to seek out environments that are more conducive to your growth. This might mean finding new groups to join, seeking out different opportunities, or even considering relocating if your current environment is holding you back. The world is full of places and communities where growth is encouraged, and sometimes all it takes is finding the right environment to unlock your potential. Equally important is the digital environment you curate for yourself. In today's world, we are constantly surrounded by information and distractions from our devices, social media, and the internet. The content you consume can either fuel your growth or hinder it. Social media in particular can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can provide you with inspiration, networking opportunities, and educational content. On the other hand, it can be a source of comparison, negativity, and distraction. Take a moment to evaluate your digital environment. Are you spending too much time consuming content that doesn't add value to your life? Are you following accounts that inspire and motivate you, or do they leave you feeling inadequate or distracted? Be mindful of how you spend your time online. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media, curate your feeds to include people and content that align with your goals. Follow thought leaders, motivational speakers, and experts in your field. Join online communities that support your interests and aspirations. Cut out content that drains your energy or leads you to compare yourself to others. By carefully managing your digital environment, you can ensure that your online experiences support your growth rather than hinder it. Your environment also includes the habits and routines you cultivate. The daily rituals you engage in set the tone for your day and contribute to your overall mindset. If your daily routine is filled with distractions, procrastination, and negative self-talk, it will be much harder to stay focused and productive. But if you create routines that encourage healthy habits, discipline, and focus, you'll be more likely to stay on track toward your goals. Establish habits that reinforce the person you want to become, whether it's reading every morning, exercising regularly, or setting aside time for deep work. The routines you create in your environment will serve as the foundation for your success. Consider how you treat yourself within your environment. Self-care is not just about physical health, it's also about how you nourish your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Create an environment that allows you to recharge, reflect, and care for yourself. Make time for rest, relaxation, and activities that bring you joy. When you take care of yourself, you are better able to show up as the best version of yourself in every area of your life. In sum, your environment is not just the physical space you occupy, it is a combination of the people, places, experiences, and habits that shape your life. To grow and succeed, you must intentionally create an environment that nurtures your potential and supports your goals. By surrounding yourself with positive influences, cultivating a productive physical and digital space, and nurturing habits that foster growth, you will set yourself up for success. Your environment, both physical and social, plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset, actions, and success. By curating a space that supports your goals, surrounding yourself with positive influences, and cultivating empowering habits, you set yourself up for growth and achievement. Your surroundings have the power to elevate or limit you. Choose wisely to create an environment that helps you thrive.